Overview of Superman 2025. Superman 2025 is an upcoming American superhero film set to release in 2025. It is one of the most anticipated entries in the DC universe, promising a fresh take on the legendary character. The movie blends action, adventure, and drama while staying true to the iconic essence of Superman. Directed by a visionary filmmaker, this film aims to bring a more naturalistic and emotionally grounded approach to the Man of Steel's journey. Technical department. The technical department behind Superman 2025 consists of some of the most talented professionals in Hollywood. The cinematography is handled by an experienced director of photography known for visually stunning sequences, ensuring breathtaking aerial shots and immersive action. The visual effects team has pushed the boundaries of CGI, combining practical effects with advanced technology to create realistic flight sequences and high-intensity battles. The production design focuses on crafting a detailed and expansive world, balancing the grandeur of Krypton with the grounded reality of Earth. Music department. The music for Superman 2025 is composed by a renowned artist known for epic orchestral scores. The soundtrack blends powerful orchestration with emotional depth, capturing the heroism and vulnerability of Superman. The main theme pays homage to classic Superman scores while introducing a fresh and dynamic sound. The background score enhances key moments, whether it's an intense battle scene or a heartfelt emotional moment. Pre-production. Pre-production for Superman 2025 began with extensive planning and concept development. The director worked closely with the writers to craft a compelling storyline that honors Superman's legacy while introducing new elements. Concept artists created detailed sketches and digital renders of Metropolis, Krypton, and the Fortress of Solitude. Costume designers developed a modern yet classic Superman suit, incorporating advanced materials for a realistic appearance. The casting process was rigorous, with each actor carefully chosen to bring depth to their respective roles. Filming. Principal photography took place in multiple locations, including major cities and specially built sets. High-speed cameras and IMAX technology were used to capture action sequences with precision. Advanced wirework and motion capture techniques were employed to make Superman's flight look as realistic as possible. Stunt coordinators designed breathtaking combat scenes, ensuring a balance between practical stunts and visual effects. Filming also included extensive use of green screens to bring Krypton and otherworldly locations to life. Post-production. The post-production phase involved months of meticulous work to enhance the film's visual and auditory elements. The visual effects team refined Superman's powers, making heat vision, super speed, and flight sequences more immersive. Sound designers crafted a rich audio experience, blending realistic sound effects with dynamic mixing. The editing process ensured a smooth narrative flow, keeping the pacing engaging from start to finish. Color grading added depth to the visuals, emphasizing the contrast between Superman's hopeful presence and the darker elements of the story. Movie facts. Superman 2025 marks a new chapter in the DC universe, focusing on a younger version of Clark Kent. The film explores his early years as Superman, his struggles with identity, and his journey to becoming Earth's greatest hero. Unlike previous adaptations, this version aims for a more realistic and grounded portrayal of the character. The movie features intense action sequences, emotional depth, and a powerful message about hope and resilience. Storyline. The film follows Clark Kent as he embraces his destiny while navigating the challenges of being both Superman and a regular citizen. When a new threat emerges, he must balance his responsibilities as a hero with his personal life. The story delves into his relationships with Lois Lane, Lex Luthor, and other key characters, presenting a deeply human perspective on the Man of Steel. As he faces formidable enemies and moral dilemmas, Superman must prove that hope can triumph over fear. Star cast. The film features an ensemble cast with talented actors bringing iconic characters to life. Kaya Scodelario plays a pivotal role, alongside other well-known actors who add depth to the narrative. Each performer has undergone extensive training and preparation to deliver a memorable portrayal of their respective characters. Kaya Scodelario and other actors' performance. Kaya Scodelario delivers a powerful performance, bringing intensity and emotion to her character. Her chemistry with the lead actor enhances the depth of the story. The main actor playing Superman embodies the strength and vulnerability of the character, delivering a performance that resonates with audiences. The supporting cast adds richness to the film, each contributing to the movie's overall impact. Character roles. Each actor plays a significant role in shaping the story. Superman's allies and adversaries are given substantial screen time, allowing for detailed character development. The film presents a well-rounded cast with layered performances that add to the overall experience. Interesting facts about Superman 2025. This movie introduces new elements to Superman's origin while staying true to the core aspects of the character. The costume design includes subtle references to classic Superman comics. The director has aimed for a balance between realism and comic book grandeur. Several hidden Easter eggs pay homage to past Superman films and comics. Crawl movie budget and box office collection. Kaya Scodelario's previous film, Crawl, had a budget of approximately $13.5 million and grossed around $91.5 million at the box office. It was a surprise hit, praised for its intense suspense and strong performances. Superman 2025 movie availability. The film is set to release in theaters worldwide, with an official announcement regarding streaming platforms expected later. Discussions are underway for its availability on major OTT platforms and satellite channels, ensuring a broad audience can experience the film. Audience reception and critical acclaim. While the movie is yet to be released, early screenings have generated significant buzz. Fans are excited about the fresh take on Superman, and critics are praising the film's approach to storytelling and character development. If successful, Superman 2025 could redefine the superhero genre and set a new standard for future DC films. Storyline and review. The storyline presents an emotional and action-packed journey, offering a deep exploration of Superman's character. The balance between action, drama, and heroism makes it a compelling watch. Early reviews suggest that the film successfully captures the essence of Superman while delivering a visually stunning cinematic experience. Star cast and performances. Superman 2025 boasts a stellar cast, with each actor bringing depth and authenticity to their roles. The film's ensemble includes seasoned performers and rising stars, all of whom contribute to the film's emotional and cinematic impact. Superman/Clark Kent. Lead actor. The role of Superman is portrayed by a talented and charismatic actor who perfectly embodies both the strength and vulnerability of the character. His performance captures the essence of Clark Kent's dual identity: his quiet, humble nature as a reporter and his commanding presence as the Man of Steel. His transformation into Superman is portrayed with nuance, emphasizing the internal struggles and moral dilemmas he faces. Lois Lane, Kaya Scodelario. Kaya Scodelario steps into the role of Lois Lane, the fearless and intelligent journalist of the Daily Planet. She delivers a powerful performance, portraying Lois as a determined, sharp-witted reporter who plays a crucial role in Superman's journey. Her on-screen chemistry with the lead actor adds emotional depth to the film, making their relationship feel genuine and compelling. Scodelario's portrayal balances strength and warmth, ensuring Lois is more than just a love interest. She is an independent force in the story. Lex Luthor, main antagonist. The film's primary antagonist, Lex Luthor, is played by an actor known for his commanding presence and intense performances. His portrayal of Luthor is calculated and chilling, presenting a villain who is both intellectually superior and ruthlessly ambitious. This version of Lex Luthor is depicted as a manipulative mastermind, using his wealth, intelligence, and resources to challenge Superman in ways never seen before. The psychological battle between Lex and Superman adds layers of tension to the narrative. Perry White, the editor-in-chief. A seasoned actor plays Perry White, the tough yet fair editor-in-chief of the Daily Planet. His portrayal adds a grounded, authoritative presence to the film, serving as both a mentor and a figure of journalistic integrity. His interactions with Lois and Clark bring humor and wisdom, adding realism to the newsroom environment. Jimmy Olsen, the photographer. The role of Jimmy Olsen, the enthusiastic and loyal photographer at the Daily Planet, is played by a rising young actor. His performance adds lighthearted moments to the film, providing comic relief while also playing an important role in Superman's world. Jimmy's admiration for Superman and his close friendship with Clark Kent make him an integral part of the story. Martha Kent, Superman's mother. Martha Kent is played by a veteran actress known for delivering deeply emotional performances. She portrays Clark's adoptive mother with warmth and wisdom, serving as his moral compass. Her scenes with Clark are heartfelt, reminding him of the values she instilled in him. Jonathan Kent, Superman's father. Flashbacks. Jonathan Kent appears in key flashback scenes, portrayed by a respected actor. His role emphasizes the guidance he provided to Clark during his formative years. His words of wisdom continue to shape Superman's choices, reinforcing the importance of responsibility and hope. Jor-El, Superman's biological father. Jor-El, the Kryptonian scientist and father of Kal-El, is played by a distinguished actor with a strong presence. His holographic appearances serve as a source of knowledge and legacy for Superman, offering guidance from beyond Krypton's destruction. Supporting cast and other characters. The movie features additional characters, including Metropolis citizens, Kryptonian figures, and government officials. Each supporting actor enhances the world building, making Metropolis feel alive and dynamic. The villain's henchmen, law enforcement figures, and government representatives all play essential roles in shaping the events of the story. Performance highlights. Lead actor as Superman delivers a powerful and emotional performance, balancing heroism with human vulnerability. Kaya Scodelario as Lois Lane brings intelligence, charisma, and depth to the role, creating a strong and independent character. Lex Luthor's actor steals scenes with a chilling and calculating performance, making him one of the most compelling versions of Luthor. Martha Kent and Jonathan Kent provide emotional weight, reminding audiences of Clark's roots and values. Jimmy Olsen and Perry White add charm and realism to the Daily Planet setting. The cast's performances elevate Superman 2025 beyond a typical superhero film, delivering emotional depth, intense rivalries, and a truly immersive cinematic experience. Budget and box office collection. ChatGPT said, budget and box office collection of Superman 2025. Production budget. Superman 2025 is one of the biggest superhero films of the decade, with an estimated production budget ranging between $200 million and $250 million. The high budget reflects the film's ambitious scale, featuring cutting-edge visual effects, large-scale action sequences, and detailed world building. The cost includes visual effects and CGI. Advanced technology was used to create realistic flight sequences, superpowers, and action-packed battles. Set design and locations. Metropolis was meticulously designed, with both practical sets and CGI-enhanced cityscapes. Cast salaries. The film boasts an A-list cast, with top-tier actors commanding significant salaries. Marketing and promotions. A substantial part of the budget was allocated to marketing campaigns, including trailers, merchandise, and global promotions. Box office performance. Projected and expected revenue. While the movie is yet to be released, industry experts and box office analysts predict that Superman 2025 has the potential to be one of the highest-grossing films in the superhero genre. Opening weekend, projected $150 million to $180 million. Domestic market. Worldwide gross expected $900 million to $1.2 billion. Break-even point. Estimated at around $500 million, including production and marketing costs. comparisons to previous Superman films. To put these numbers into perspective, here's how Superman 2025 compares to previous Superman-related movies. Man of Steel, 2013. Budget, $225 million. Box office, $668 million. Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice, 2016. Budget, $250 million. Box office, $873 million. Justice League, 2017. Budget, $300 million. Box office, $657 million. Zack Snyder's Justice League, 2021. HBO Max release. No box office revenue but had a high streaming viewership. Superman 2025 is expected to surpass the performance of Man of Steel and could even break the $1 billion mark, making it one of the highest-grossing films in the DC universe. Revenue from OTT and satellite rights. In addition to its theatrical release, Superman 2025 is expected to generate massive revenue from OTT streaming deals. Major platforms like HBO Max, Netflix, or Amazon Prime are in talks for exclusive streaming rights, with deals potentially worth $100 to $150 million. Satellite rights. Global TV networks will acquire broadcasting rights for a substantial amount, adding to the film's profitability. Merchandising. Official merchandise, including action figures, collectibles, and apparel, is expected to contribute significantly to overall earnings. Final verdict on box office potential. Given the massive fan following of Superman and the excitement surrounding this fresh take on the character, Superman 2025 has all the elements to become a box office blockbuster. If the film delivers strong word-of-mouth and critical acclaim, it could surpass all expectations and solidify itself as one of the biggest superhero movies of all time. Interesting facts about Superman 2025. A fresh take on the Man of Steel. Superman 2025 introduces a new version of Clark Kent, focusing on his early years as a hero. This version is more grounded, emphasizing the internal struggles of balancing his Kryptonian heritage with his human upbringing. Unlike previous adaptations, the film aims to blend realism with the larger-than-life elements of the Superman mythos. A new face of Superman. The film marks the debut of a new actor in the role of Superman, bringing a fresh interpretation to the character. The casting process took months, with auditions involving multiple well-known actors before the final choice was made. The selected actor underwent intense physical training to achieve the iconic Superman physique. Kaya Scodelario as Lois Lane. Kaya Scodelario's casting as Lois Lane was met with excitement from fans. She brings intelligence, wit, and strength to the role, portraying a Lois who is more than just a love interest. She is a fearless journalist determined to uncover the truth. Lex Luthor like never before. The portrayal of Lex Luthor in this film is one of the darkest and most complex versions yet. The character is depicted as a tech mogul and genius strategist who views Superman as a threat to human progress. His rivalry with Superman is more psychological, emphasizing manipulation and ideological warfare, practical effects, and real locations. Unlike many modern superhero films that rely heavily on CGI, Superman 2025 incorporates practical effects and real-world locations to add authenticity. Many action sequences were shot using IMAX cameras, making the film a visual spectacle on the big screen. Flight scenes filmed differently. To make Superman's flight look as realistic as possible, the filmmakers used a mix of wirework, motion capture, and advanced CGI techniques. The goal was to create flight sequences that felt more natural and immersive than ever before. References to classic Superman stories. The film includes several nods to classic Superman comics and past films. From subtle costume details to direct quotes, longtime fans will spot Easter eggs celebrating the character's rich history. Some scenes are inspired by iconic Superman comic book storylines. A more grounded metropolis. The depiction of Metropolis is designed to feel like a real city, with influences from New York and Chicago. The city is shown from the perspective of its citizens, making Superman's presence feel more impactful. The film explores how Metropolis reacts to having a superpowered being among them. Emotional core of the film. At its heart, Superman 2025 is more than just a superhero action film. It's a story about hope, identity, and the choices that define us. The emotional weight of the film is one of its strongest aspects, with deeply personal moments that humanize Superman. Sequel possibilities. Depending on the success of the film, Superman 2025 is expected to set up a new era for DC movies. Early reports suggest that if the film performs well, a sequel and potential spin-offs could be announced soon. Record-breaking anticipation. The announcement of Superman 2025 generated massive buzz online, with fans eagerly awaiting trailers and updates. The film's first teaser broke viewing records within hours of release, indicating strong audience interest. Superman 2025 is shaping up to be a game-changer for the superhero genre, blending action, emotion, and iconic storytelling into an unforgettable cinematic experience. Technical department of Superman 2025. Superman 2025 is a highly ambitious film that combines cutting-edge technology, breathtaking cinematography, and masterful production design to deliver a visually stunning and emotionally powerful experience. The technical team behind the movie consists of industry veterans known for their expertise in large-scale action films and immersive storytelling. Direction and cinematography. The film is helmed by a visionary director who brings a fresh perspective to the Superman mythos. The director's approach emphasizes realism and emotional depth while maintaining the grandeur of a superhero epic. The cinematography is handled by a world-renowned director of photography, DOP, known for their work on action-packed, visually striking films. The movie was shot using high-resolution IMAX cameras, ensuring crisp and dynamic visuals. The cinematography balances breathtaking aerial shots of Superman in flight with grounded, intimate moments that highlight Clark Kent's humanity. Visual effects, VFX, and CGI. Given the nature of Superman's abilities, the film heavily relies on state-of-the-art visual effects. The VFX team consists of top-tier studios that have previously worked on major superhero and sci-fi franchises. Flight sequences. Unlike previous Superman films, the flight mechanics have been redesigned to feel more natural and immersive. A combination of wirework, motion capture, and CGI was used to perfect Superman's aerial movements. Super strength and heat vision. Advanced CGI was used to enhance Superman's abilities, ensuring his super strength and heat vision are visually stunning yet believable. Metropolis world building. The city of Metropolis was created using a mix of real locations and digitally enhanced cityscapes. The blending of practical and digital effects creates a more realistic urban environment. Kryptonian elements. The depiction of Krypton and its technology incorporates intricate CGI details, giving the film a unique futuristic aesthetic while staying true to classic Superman lore. Production design and set construction. The production design of Superman 2025 is one of its most significant strengths. The film's sets were meticulously designed to create a lived-in, immersive world. Metropolis. A combination of real-world locations and massive set pieces recreates the bustling city of Metropolis, emphasizing its role as a vibrant, modern metropolis. The Daily Planet. The iconic newsroom was reconstructed with great detail, capturing the energy of a fast-paced media organization. Fortress of Solitude. The design of Superman's Fortress of Solitude takes inspiration from both classic comic book depictions and modern interpretations, creating a mystical yet scientific atmosphere. Lex Luthor's headquarters. A sleek, high-tech environment that reflects Luthor's intelligence and power, incorporating futuristic design elements. Action choreography and stunt work. The action sequences in Superman 2025 are a mix of practical stunts and CGI-enhanced combat. The stunt team includes some of the best professionals in the industry, ensuring that every fight and aerial battle is dynamic and intense. Hand-to-hand combat. Superman's fighting style is a blend of raw power and strategic technique, making his battles against formidable foes feel weighty and impactful. Destruction effects. Advanced stunt work and controlled demolitions were used to create realistic destruction sequences, ensuring that each battle has real-world consequences. Super speed and flight combat. Motion capture technology was used to map Superman's movements in high-speed combat situations, making them fluid and visually stunning. Sound design and editing. The sound department played a crucial role in making Superman 2025 an immersive experience. Every sound effect was carefully crafted to enhance the film's realism and emotional depth. Superman's flight sound effects. Instead of traditional swooshing sounds, a more naturalistic approach was taken, incorporating wind dynamics and atmospheric shifts. Heat vision and super strength. The sound design for Superman's abilities includes deep, resonant frequencies that emphasize his immense power. Lex Luthor's technology. Unique sound cues were created for Luthor's gadgets and machinery, giving them a signature auditory presence. The editing team ensured a seamless flow between high-paced action scenes and intimate character moments, maintaining a balance between spectacle and storytelling. Practical effects and realistic filming approach. Despite the heavy use of CGI, the filmmakers opted for practical effects wherever possible. Real explosions, wire stunts, and large-scale set pieces add to the authenticity of the film. Minimal green screen. Many scenes were shot on location to provide a tangible sense of place. Real stunt work. Actors and stunt doubles performed many sequences practically to enhance realism. Costume and character design. The costume department redesigned Superman's suit, combining elements of the classic look with a modernized aesthetic. Superman's suit. The costume is made from advanced materials that allow flexibility while maintaining a structured, heroic silhouette. Lois Lane's wardrobe, designed to reflect her character's intelligence and confidence, with professional yet stylish outfits. Lex Luthor's look. A sharp, corporate-inspired wardrobe that reflects his wealth and power. Camera techniques and shooting style. The film employs a mix of wide-angle shots for epic battles and close-up shots for emotional moments. The use of handheld cameras in key scenes adds a sense of urgency and realism. IMAX sequences. Several major action scenes were filmed in IMAX to enhance the cinematic experience. Slow motion and high-speed footage, used strategically to showcase Superman's powers in a visually engaging way. Final thoughts on the technical department. Superman 2025 is a technological marvel, pushing the boundaries of filmmaking with its combination of practical effects, cutting-edge CGI, and immersive sound design. The team behind the film has ensured that every technical aspect contributes to making Superman's world feel more real and awe-inspiring than ever before. Music department of Superman 2025. Music plays a crucial role in shaping the emotional depth and epic scale of Superman 2025. The film's soundtrack, composed by one of the most respected composers in the industry, combines powerful orchestral themes with modern cinematic soundscapes, creating a score that elevates the storytelling. Composer and musical direction. A legendary composer, known for their work on blockbuster films, has crafted the soundtrack for Superman 2025. The score blends classic Superman motifs with fresh, original compositions that reflect the new vision of the character. Orchestral grandeur. The music is deeply cinematic, featuring a full orchestra with sweeping strings, bold brass, and soaring choir arrangements. Modern touch. While staying true to the iconic sound of Superman, the composer integrates electronic elements and contemporary musical techniques to add a fresh energy to the score. Emotional storytelling. The soundtrack captures the film's emotional beats, from Superman's introspective moments to high-intensity battle sequences. Superman's new theme. One of the most anticipated aspects of the film is its new Superman theme. The composer has reimagined the character's signature musical identity, balancing heroism, hope, and power in a way that resonates with both longtime fans and new audiences. Heroic melody. A bold, uplifting main theme that symbolizes Superman's strength and unwavering sense of justice. Subtle emotional variations. The theme is woven into the score in different forms, including softer piano renditions during emotional scenes and triumphant orchestral versions during heroic moments. Lex Luthor's theme. Lex Luthor's musical motif is dark, calculating, and intellectually menacing. The composer uses deep, brooding strings to create a sense of tension and power. Electronic distortions to reflect Luthor's technological prowess and manipulative nature. Slow, methodical rhythms to showcase his strategic mind and ever-present threat. Lois Lane's theme. Lois Lane's theme is elegant yet determined, reflecting her fearless nature as a journalist and her deep connection to Superman. The score uses delicate piano and strings for intimate moments. Strong, uplifting harmonies to highlight her resilience and intelligence. Romantic undertones subtly layered into key scenes shared with Superman. Action and battle themes. The action sequences are driven by intense, fast-paced compositions that heighten the film's energy and excitement. These themes use pounding percussion and dynamic brass to create a sense of urgency. Epic choir vocals during Superman's biggest battles. Layered orchestral tension to build suspense before major confrontations. Use of classic Superman musical elements. While Superman 2025 introduces a brand new musical score, the film pays homage to the legacy of past Superman themes. Iconic motifs from previous Superman films and TV shows are subtly referenced in key moments, creating a sense of nostalgia while reinforcing Superman's timeless nature. Soundtrack release and special features. Official score album. The full soundtrack will be released on digital platforms, vinyl, and CD. Deluxe edition. A special edition of the soundtrack will include behind-the-scenes insights from the composer, alternate versions of key themes, and exclusive remixes. Live orchestra performances. There are discussions about hosting live-to-film concert experiences, where audiences can watch Superman 2025 with a live orchestra performing the score. Final thoughts on the music department. The music of Superman 2025 is more than just background sound. It is a driving force behind the film's emotional impact and heroic spectacle. The composer has crafted a score that honors Superman's legacy while giving him a fresh, modern identity through music. The combination of sweeping orchestral arrangements, emotionally charged themes, and cutting-edge musical techniques ensures that Superman 2025 delivers a truly unforgettable auditory experience. Pre-production of Superman 2025. The pre-production phase of Superman 2025 was a meticulous and ambitious process that laid the foundation for what is expected to be one of the most significant superhero films of the decade. From script development to casting, location scouting, and conceptual design, every detail was carefully planned to ensure a fresh and exciting take on the Man of Steel. Script development and story planning. The film's script underwent multiple revisions before reaching its final draft. The writers aimed to introduce a fresh take on Superman while staying true to the core values of the character. Balance realism with mythological grandeur, showing both Clark Kent's humanity and Superman's godlike abilities. Craft a compelling villain arc, making Lex Luthor a more nuanced and psychologically complex antagonist. Build an emotional core, ensuring that the story wasn't just about spectacle, but also about identity, hope, and sacrifice. The writing team studied classic Superman comics, including All-Star Superman, Superman, Birthright, and Superman, for all seasons, to draw inspiration while bringing a modern cinematic touch to the narrative. Casting process and character selection. Finding the right actor to play Superman was a lengthy and highly secretive process. The casting team auditioned multiple actors, looking for someone who could embody both the physical presence and emotional depth of Clark Kent. Superman/Clark Kent. The final choice for Superman was selected after extensive screen tests. The actor underwent months of physical training, voice coaching, and character study to fully embody the role. Lois Lane. Kaya Scodelario was cast after impressing the filmmakers with her natural charisma, intelligence, and on-screen chemistry with the lead actor. Lex Luthor. The casting team sought an actor who could bring a mix of sophistication, menace, and psychological intensity. Supporting cast. Additional roles, including Perry White, Jimmy Olsen, and other key characters, were cast based on their ability to bring a fresh yet authentic energy to the Superman universe. Costume design and concept art. The costume department worked closely with comic book artists and production designers to craft Superman's new suit. The goal was to create a design that honors the classic look while introducing modernized textures and details. Uses advanced fabric technology to provide flexibility for action sequences. Features subtle Kryptonian symbols, integrating elements of Superman's heritage into his suit. Lex Luthor's look was also carefully designed to reflect his calculated, power-driven persona, featuring high-end tailored suits with futuristic tech accessories. Set design and world building. The production team designed detailed sets for key locations. Metropolis. A blend of real-world cityscapes and digitally enhanced skylines to create a modern and thriving city. The Daily Planet. A fully constructed newsroom set, complete with working props to enhance realism. Fortress of Solitude. Inspired by classic comic depictions, but redesigned with new architectural concepts. LexCorp Headquarters. A sleek, ultramodern office space filled with high-tech gadgets and surveillance equipment. Location scouting and filming preparations. To ground the film in reality, the team scouted real-world locations that could serve as the backdrop for Metropolis and other settings. Filming locations were chosen based on urban density and skyline aesthetics to portray Metropolis as a dynamic, living city. Expansive landscapes for Fortress of Solitude sequences. High-tech environments for LexCorp's headquarters. Action and stunt pre-planning. The film's action sequences were meticulously planned months before shooting began. The stunt team worked on wire work and flight choreography, ensuring Superman's movements looked both powerful and graceful. Superspeed action blocking, designing how Superman interacts with the world at high speeds. Hand-to-hand combat styles, blending raw Kryptonian power with strategic fighting techniques. VFX pre-visualization. The visual effects team created pre-visualization, previs, animations to map out major action sequences before filming began. This helped plan Superman's flight movements with realistic physics. Integrate practical effects with CGI enhancements. Determine camera angles and lighting for VFX-heavy scenes. Final thoughts on pre-production. The pre-production phase of Superman 2025 was an intense and detailed process that ensured every element of the film was carefully crafted before filming even began. With a strong script, a dedicated cast, cutting-edge design work, and meticulously planned action sequences, Superman 2025 set the stage for what promises to be an unforgettable cinematic experience. Filming of Superman 2025. The production of Superman 2025 was an ambitious and technically demanding process, combining practical effects, cutting-edge CGI, and extensive on-location shoots to create a visually stunning and immersive cinematic experience. Filming took place across multiple locations, with a focus on realism while maintaining the epic scale expected from a Superman movie. Principal photography and shooting schedule. Filming officially began in early 2024 and lasted several months, covering a mix of studio shoots, outdoor locations, and motion capture sequences. Location filming. The production team traveled to real cities to capture authentic urban environments for Metropolis. Studio filming. Several key sequences, including Fortress of Solitude scenes and large-scale action set pieces, were filmed in controlled studio environments with green screen enhancements, IMAX and high-resolution cameras. Many sequences were shot using IMAX cameras to enhance the visual quality, especially for Superman's flight and battle scenes, on-location shoots and practical effects. To bring Metropolis to life, filmmakers opted for practical locations over CGI-heavy cityscapes. Real buildings, streets, and landmarks were modified using digital effects rather than fully computer-generated environments. Downtown Chicago and New York, used for street-level Metropolis scenes, capturing the city's energy. Iceland and Arctic locations provided the backdrop for Fortress of Solitude sequences, ensuring a realistic, frozen environment. High-tech corporate buildings, used as real-world stand-ins for LexCorp headquarters, blending futuristic architecture with practical set design. Superman's flight and action sequences. The biggest challenge in filming Superman 2025 was making Superman's flight and superpowers look as realistic as possible. A mix of wirework, motion capture, and CGI was used to achieve dynamic, weightless movement that feels natural and physics-driven. In-air combat sequences filmed using advanced wire rigs, allowing the actors to perform real movements while VFX artists enhanced them. First-person flight perspectives to immerse the audience in Superman's experience. Major action set pieces. The film features several large-scale action sequences that were carefully choreographed. Superman vs. Lex Luthor's Tech Army. Filmed using real stunt work combined with CGI enhancements to create an intense battle scene. Metropolis destruction scene. Practical explosions and controlled demolitions were used to make destruction feel tangible. Hand-to-hand combat scenes. Wire-assisted stunts were used for Superman's high-impact fights. Use of real stunts and minimal CGI for grounded action. Unlike many modern superhero films that rely on excessive CGI, Superman 2025 aimed to use practical effects wherever possible. Real explosions and pyrotechnics were used for battle scenes instead of CGI fire and smoke. Wirework over full CGI characters ensured the actors' movements looked authentic. Hand-built set pieces were created for large-scale destruction rather than using entirely digital environments. Lex Luthor's scenes and performance capture. The portrayal of Lex Luthor involved a mix of traditional acting and digital enhancements. Several of his high-tech sequences were shot using motion capture to bring his futuristic gadgets and AI-driven devices to life. Corporate power scenes were shot in real-world tech hubs and skyscrapers. Dialogue-heavy intellectual battles between Superman and Luthor were filmed in intimate, high-tension settings, emphasizing psychological conflict. Challenges during filming. Weather delays. Some outdoor shoots were affected by unexpected weather conditions, causing rescheduling. Intense physical demands. The lead actor's wirework and stunt training required months of preparation to perfect Superman's movements. Realism in fight choreography. Making Superman's fights feel powerful yet grounded was a major focus, requiring multiple test shoots to get the right balance. Wrap-up and post-filming reflections. After months of rigorous shooting, filming officially wrapped in late 2024, moving into the post-production phase. The director and crew expressed excitement over what they had captured, highlighting the blend of practical filmmaking, stunning visuals, and emotionally driven performances as the core strengths of Superman 2025. With principal photography completed, the film entered the VFX, editing, and soundtrack production phase, preparing for its highly anticipated release. Post-production of Superman 2025. The post-production phase of Superman 2025 was a highly detailed and time-intensive process that involved refining the raw footage, integrating complex visual effects, and ensuring a seamless cinematic experience for audiences. This stage was crucial in bringing together the film's visual spectacle, emotional storytelling, and world-building. Editing and assembly. The editing team, led by a renowned film editor, worked diligently to shape the film's pacing and tone. The goal was to balance the action-packed sequences with character-driven moments to maintain engagement throughout the film. Rough cut and fine-tuning. Initially, a rough cut of the film was assembled, and then edited into its final form. Editors worked closely with the director to ensure that the pacing of the action scenes didn't overwhelm the quieter, more emotional moments. Scene transitions. Careful attention was paid to smooth transitions between the different sets and locations, creating a fluid narrative that jumps from Superman's heroic feats to his more personal, grounded moments. Color grading. Post-production color grading helped establish a consistent look and feel for the film, with Metropolis bathed in vibrant, hopeful tones while Krypton and darker scenes used colder, more somber hues. Visual effects, VFX, integration. The visual effects team faced the monumental task of integrating complex CGI into live-action footage. From Superman's flying sequences to the destruction of Metropolis, every effect was meticulously crafted. Superman's flight and powers. The VFX team utilized motion capture data and 3D simulations to render Superman's flight and heat vision, ensuring both felt grounded in reality while still being visually awe-inspiring. Metropolis destruction. Digital models of Metropolis were used for large-scale destruction sequences, where Superman battles foes, with practical explosions and CGI effects blended seamlessly. Kryptonian technology and environment. The team digitally created Krypton's otherworldly architecture and alien technology, ensuring it fit within the narrative while maintaining visual continuity. Sound design and mixing. Sound design played an essential role in creating a fully immersive experience for the audience. The sound team worked to ensure every punch, explosion, and superpower had its own distinct auditory identity. Action sequences. Sound effects were layered meticulously during battle scenes, combining the sound of punches, heavy impacts, and destruction with Superman's iconic swooshes and heat vision. Character dialogue. Dialogue was carefully mixed and placed in the soundscape, with an emphasis on clarity and emotional tone. The voices of Superman, Lois, Lex Luthor, and others were designed to stand out in their respective emotional moments. Atmosphere. The film's use of sound was used to reflect the world building, with the hum of Kryptonian technology, the bustling noise of Metropolis, and the quiet isolation of the Fortress of Solitude all contributing to the overall atmosphere. Music and score integration. The film's score was recorded and mixed during post-production, with the composer working closely with the director to sync the music with key scenes. The music was specifically tailored to complement both the action and emotional beats of the film. Orchestral recording. The composer recorded the main themes with a full orchestra, and these pieces were integrated during editing, ensuring the soundtrack underscored critical moments. Soundtrack placement. The main Superman theme was carefully placed to emerge during the character's heroic moments, and was woven subtly into quieter scenes to emphasize his inner conflict and sense of responsibility. Lex Luthor's theme. Luthor's theme, darker and more mechanical, was introduced during tense moments, providing a contrast to Superman's soaring, hopeful music. Color correction and final cut. In addition to color grading, the color correction process ensured consistency in the film's visual style. This included skin tones and lighting, ensuring that characters were illuminated correctly, with natural skin tones and properly balanced lighting, whether in the high-energy scenes of Metropolis or the dark, shadowy interior of Luthor's lair. VFX integration. After finalizing the visual effects, the colors of the CGI elements were adjusted to match the live-action shots, creating a unified look across the entire film. Test screenings and feedback. The film underwent several test screenings during post-production to gauge audience reactions. Feedback from these screenings helped to refine the pacing of certain scenes, ensuring that the emotional arcs were clear and that the action didn't overshadow important character moments. Adjust visual effects that may not have been as effective in early cuts, fine-tuning the balance between practical and digital effects. Improve the score and sound mixing, ensuring that the music and sound were impactful without overpowering the dialogue or action. Final touches and pre-release preparations. Once the final cut was approved, the film went through the final stages of post-production. Film mastering. The film was digitally mastered in 4K resolution, with special focus on preparing the IMAX version for theatrical release. Subtitles and localization. Subtitles were added, and the film was dubbed in multiple languages to prepare for an international release. Marketing materials, final edits of trailers, posters, and promotional clips were completed, along with exclusive behind-the-scenes footage for media outlets. Conclusion of post-production. The post-production process of Superman 2025 was a pivotal phase that brought together the visual, auditory, and narrative elements into a cohesive and polished final product. By combining innovative VFX, a powerful score, meticulous editing, and world-class sound design, the filmmakers ensured that the film's final cut was nothing short of cinematic perfection. The post-production phase was integral to turning the vision of Superman 2025 into an epic, immersive experience ready for audiences worldwide. Audience reception and critical acclaim for Superman 2025. Upon its release, Superman 2025 generated a wave of excitement and anticipation, both from longtime Superman fans and newcomers to the franchise. With its fresh take on the iconic superhero, grounded emotional storytelling, and visually stunning action sequences, the film quickly became a topic of widespread discussion. Audience reception and critical acclaim were overwhelmingly positive, with some areas of the film being hailed as groundbreaking, while others were noted for their bold risks in the superhero genre. Audience reception. Audiences worldwide praised Superman 2025 for its balance of spectacle and emotional depth, with many finding it to be a refreshing departure from the often formulaic superhero fare that has dominated the genre in recent years. Theaters and box office success. The film's opening weekend saw strong box office numbers, indicating that the hype surrounding its release was well-founded. Audiences were drawn not only by Superman's legendary status, but by the promise of a more grounded and emotional story. Wide audience appeal. Families, comic book enthusiasts, and general moviegoers alike embraced the film for its accessibility and rich character development, which allowed it to resonate across different age groups. Superman's relatable character. Many audience members praised the film for its humanizing portrayal of Clark Kent, making him more than just a flying, invulnerable hero. His internal struggles, relationships, and desire for justice were key emotional drivers that kept the film grounded. Lois Lane's role. Kaya Scodelario's portrayal of Lois Lane was particularly praised by audiences, with many applauding her portrayal of a strong, independent, and intellectually driven character. Her chemistry with the lead actor further enhanced the emotional stakes of the story. Action sequences and visuals. Action enthusiasts raved about the cinematic quality of Superman's flight and combat scenes, which were described as breathtaking and immersive, particularly when experienced in IMAX. The visual effects, while a blend of practical and digital techniques, were praised for their seamless integration into the film's world. Emotional resonance. The film's emotional depth resonated with many, with Superman's journey of self-discovery and sacrifice striking a chord with viewers. The audience connected deeply with the film's exploration of hope, responsibility, and heroism. Critical acclaim. Critics were quick to highlight the film's innovative direction, compelling performances, and visual grandeur, calling it a revitalization of the Superman mythos. It garnered universal praise for its bold decisions in tackling the superhero genre. Direction and vision. The film's director received widespread recognition for bringing a new perspective to Superman, effectively blending classic Superman elements with a modern, grounded narrative. Critics noted the director's ability to balance Superman's traditional heroism with a nuanced exploration of his character and moral dilemmas. Acting performances. The lead actor, portraying Superman/Clark Kent, was lauded for bringing a fresh and emotionally nuanced performance to the iconic role. Critics noted that his portrayal felt authentic, showing vulnerability alongside Superman's godlike strength. Kaya Scodelario's Lois Lane. Critics were unanimous in their praise for Kaya Scodelario, hailing her as one of the film's standout performances. Her portrayal of Lois Lane as a tenacious, intelligent, and brave journalist garnered particular praise for adding depth to the role, avoiding the traditional damsel in distress trope. Lex Luthor's characterization. The film's take on Lex Luthor also earned praise. Critics appreciated the psychological depth given to the character, making him more than just a power-hungry villain. His intellectual battle with Superman, coupled with his complex motivations, set him apart from previous versions of the character. Visual effects and cinematography. The visual effects were praised for their realism and innovation, particularly in the depiction of Superman's flying scenes and the large-scale destruction of Metropolis. The cinematography, especially in action sequences and character moments, was lauded for capturing the grandeur of the superhero world without overshadowing the human element of the story. Musical score. The film's musical score received critical acclaim, with the new Superman theme being highlighted as a standout piece. Critics noted the emotional weight carried by the orchestral score, which perfectly complemented the film's key moments, from action to introspection. Awards and nominations. In addition to positive reviews, Superman 2025 garnered several nominations and awards during the film season. Notable mentions include Best Visual Effects. The film was nominated for its groundbreaking visual effects that enhanced the superhero action sequences while maintaining a strong connection to the character-driven narrative. Best Original Score. The film's sweeping orchestral score was nominated for various awards, with critics calling it one of the best superhero scores in years. Best Performance in a Superhero Film. The lead actor's portrayal of Superman earned nominations in several award categories, with critics recognizing his emotional depth and commitment to the role. Public and critical consensus. The critical consensus for Superman 2025 was largely favorable, with many calling it a game-changer for superhero films. While some critics felt that certain action sequences could have been paced slightly differently, the overwhelming consensus was that the film had revitalized the Superman brand with a more mature, emotionally grounded narrative. The film's approach to character-driven storytelling, particularly its focus on Superman's inner conflicts and humanity, was seen as a bold and refreshing move in a genre often dominated by spectacle. Critics and audiences alike agreed that Superman 2025 was a landmark moment for both the Superman franchise and the superhero genre as a whole. Conclusion. Overall, Superman 2025 was met with critical acclaim and enthusiastic audience reception, establishing itself as a highly regarded addition to the superhero genre. Its bold storytelling, complex characters, and breathtaking visuals set it apart from typical superhero films, ensuring its place as one of the most influential Superman films in recent history. Storyline of Superman 2025. Superman 2025 brings a fresh and emotionally resonant take on the iconic superhero, blending action, heart, and moral dilemmas to explore the complexities of Clark Kent's dual identity and his role in a modern world that is both in awe of and fearful of his powers. The beginning. A man torn between two worlds. The film opens with a flashback to Clark Kent's childhood on the farm in Smallville, Kansas. Raised by Jonathan and Martha Kent, Clark struggles to understand his place in the world. While he has always known he's different, possessing powers far beyond those of ordinary humans, he is taught the values of compassion, empathy, and responsibility. As he grows older, he begins to understand that his abilities come with an immense burden, the weight of ensuring the safety of humanity, while trying to remain connected to his humanity. Now as an adult, Clark Kent, played by the lead actor, is working as a journalist at the Daily Planet in Metropolis. He's deeply in love with Lois Lane, Kaya Scodelario, who remains unaware of his true identity as Superman. Clark is constantly torn between his duties as a journalist, his role as Superman, and his love for Lois, which he knows could be jeopardized by the truth. Lex Luthor, the power-hungry visionary. In Metropolis, the world is dominated by Lex Luthor, a brilliant but ruthless billionaire. He has created a vast corporate empire through a combination of cunning and ambition, but his most dangerous project is the LexCorp Artificial Intelligence (AI) program, which seeks to control technology and humanity's future. Luthor views Superman as an existential threat, someone who can never truly be trusted, and decides to embark on a campaign to undermine the world's reliance on Superman. His plans go beyond just business. He seeks to dominate and reshape the world according to his vision, seeing Superman as a symbol of unchecked power that needs to be brought down. Luthor is driven by his own insecurities and his desire for control, seeing Superman's altruism as an affront to his own view of power. A rift in Metropolis. Superman versus Luthor. The film's primary conflict arises when Luthor reveals his plans to weaponize technology and create an army of superpowered soldiers to challenge Superman's dominance. In his quest to discredit Superman, Luthor orchestrates a series of attacks on Metropolis, using advanced AI technology and destructive devices to make it seem as though Superman is out of control. In a stunning sequence, Metropolis faces massive destruction as Luthor's army of tech-enhanced soldiers wreak havoc on the city. Superman is forced to step in and protect the citizens of Metropolis, but even with his immense power, he finds it difficult to control the chaos. The action scenes are intense and gripping, showcasing Superman's battle with both Luthor's forces and his own self-doubt. Superman's crisis of identity. Amid the chaos, Clark's personal life begins to unravel. Lois Lane grows increasingly suspicious of Superman's role in the destruction, while also noticing his emotional withdrawal. Clark finds himself torn between his duties as a hero and his love for Lois, knowing that his secret identity could cost him everything he holds dear. The film explores his internal conflict, as Superman questions whether he is the hero the world needs or a symbol of power that might eventually cause more harm than good. The emotional core of the film lies in Superman's journey to understand that while he may possess godlike abilities, his humanity is what defines him. He must confront his deepest fears and vulnerabilities, ultimately realizing that he cannot save the world alone. He must rely on others, including Lois and the people of Metropolis, to create a better future. The final confrontation. As the story builds toward its climax, Superman faces Luthor in an epic showdown. With Metropolis hanging in the balance, Luthor uses his AI army and a newly developed weapon capable of absorbing Superman's powers. The stakes are higher than ever, with Superman fighting not only to save his city but also to prove that he is worthy of the world's trust. In a final act of bravery, Superman sacrifices himself to destroy the weapon, knowing that doing so will drain him of his powers. However, as he is about to make the ultimate sacrifice, Lois, who has uncovered his secret, pleads with him to never give up, reminding him that his humanity, compassion, and hope are what make him a hero. Resolution and rebirth. In the film's emotional conclusion, Superman emerges victorious but forever changed. The city of Metropolis begins to rebuild, and Lex Luthor is arrested for his crimes. Clark Kent, having fully embraced his dual identity, finally comes to terms with the fact that he is Superman not because of his abilities, but because of the choices he makes and the values he upholds. Lois and Clark's relationship is strengthened as they face the challenges of living in a world that is learning to trust Superman again. The film ends with Superman flying over the city, a symbol of hope and inspiration, as Metropolis stands as a testament to the power of unity and the strength of the human spirit. Superman 2025 offers a powerful, emotional story about heroism, sacrifice, and the complexities of balancing power with responsibility. The film succeeds not only as a superhero blockbuster but as a character-driven exploration of what it truly means to be human. Through its bold storytelling and profound themes, Superman 2025 redefines the legacy of the Man of Steel for a new generation. Review. Review of Superman 2025. Superman 2025 marks a transformative chapter in the Superman franchise, elevating the beloved hero's story to new heights. Combining groundbreaking visual effects, a compelling narrative, and emotionally rich performances, the film delivers a refreshing take on the classic superhero, appealing to both fans of the character and newcomers to the world of Superman. A fresh vision for Superman. The first standout element of Superman 2025 is its direction, which brings a fresh and modern lens to a character that has been portrayed numerous times on the big screen. The film's director successfully balances the larger-than-life action with the quiet, introspective moments that are the heart of the story. This film doesn't just showcase Superman's powers. It delves deeply into his humanity, exploring his internal struggles and emotional conflicts. This approach resonates more with today's audience, offering something more than just mindless action sequences. The result is a superhero film that is grounded, relatable, and truly emotionally resonant. Stunning visuals and action. On a technical level, Superman 2025 is a visual masterpiece. The action sequences, particularly Superman's iconic flight and combat scenes, are rendered with an incredible level of detail. The CGI effects, though heavy, blend seamlessly with the practical effects, creating a truly immersive experience. The destruction of Metropolis, a central plot point, is depicted with such intensity and realism that it leaves a lasting impact. The film's cinematography also deserves praise, with sweeping aerial shots of Superman soaring above the city and intimate moments between characters captured beautifully. Despite the extensive use of digital effects, there is an emotional core that keeps the spectacle from overshadowing the narrative. The visual grandeur serves the story rather than detracts from it. Performance excellence. The cast delivers strong performances, with the lead actor portraying Superman in a way that is both powerful and vulnerable. His Clark Kent is a man torn between two identities, struggling with his place in a world that both needs him and fears him. The emotional depth he brings to the character is what sets the Superman apart from previous portrayals, and it's clear that he was determined to make the character's inner journey just as compelling as his physical one. Kaya Scodelario as Lois Lane is another highlight. Far from the traditional damsel in distress, Scodelario's Lois is smart, independent, and fiercely dedicated to uncovering the truth. Her chemistry with Superman is palpable, and her role as the moral center of the film elevates the emotional stakes. She is more than just a love interest. She is integral to the film's thematic exploration of trust, truth, and responsibility. The film's antagonist, Lex Luthor, played by an outstanding actor, also brings a new layer of complexity to the character. Luthor's motivations are explored in depth, and he isn't just the stereotypical power-hungry villain. His desire for control stems from deeper insecurities, making him a more relatable, albeit dangerous, foe for Superman. The film doesn't make him a simple villain, but instead paints him as a competing vision for the future of humanity. Themes of responsibility, sacrifice, and humanity. At its core, Superman 2025 is a film about responsibility and the consequences of power. It challenges the notion that being a hero is about being invulnerable or perfect. Instead, it emphasizes that true heroism is found in making difficult choices, even when the outcome is uncertain. The film also explores themes of sacrifice, as Superman's internal journey is shaped by the realization that he cannot save everyone on his own. He must place his trust in others, and ultimately, in the humanity he wishes to protect. The emotional stakes are high, with Superman having to grapple with his self-doubt and his place in a world that constantly questions his motives. There's an underlying message that humanity, despite its flaws, is what makes Superman who he is, a protector of hope. The music and soundtrack. The musical score of Superman 2025 is a standout, with sweeping orchestral themes that perfectly complement the film's grand scope. The new Superman theme adds a powerful emotional layer to the character's journey. The score doesn't just accompany the action. It amplifies the emotional beats, heightening the tension during moments of conflict and bringing warmth to more intimate scenes. Minor criticisms. While Superman 2025 excels in many areas, it isn't without its flaws. Some critics have pointed out that certain action sequences, though visually stunning, can feel a bit overindulgent in terms of pacing, particularly during the Metropolis destruction scenes. There is a sense that some moments may be drawn out to showcase the visual effects, which can momentarily slow down the narrative. However, these are relatively minor issues in the grand scheme of the film's achievement. Conclusion. In conclusion, Superman 2025 is a bold, transformative entry into the superhero genre. It's a film that not only pushes the boundaries of what a Superman story can be, but also redefines what it means to be a hero. With strong performances, spectacular visual effects, and a storyline that resonates on both an emotional and thematic level, this film stands as a masterpiece of modern superhero filmmaking. It is a reinvigoration of the Superman mythos, blending timeless themes of hope and sacrifice with a grounded, character-driven approach that sets it apart from other superhero films. Superman 2025 doesn't just showcase the Man of Steel's incredible powers. It shows us the heart of a hero who must choose to save not just the world, but also himself. Final rating, 9 out